Hello, welcome back. Got a little bit of construction done. We're almost up to 4. Gives us a couple of little things. I'm going to do enchantment then for a bit. I'll talk about research in a second though actually. There's a few things happening this turn. We did some remote spells, I'll get to those. Dire Portent was cast. This is Agartha casting Earthblood Deepwell. It generates 20 Earth Gems per turn for you. I always hate when people cast this because it means they'll probably be spamming Earth Attack on you at some point. So we can look forward to getting hit by Earth attacks, I'm sure. Lots of battles then. I'll go through these really quickly. First up, Mines of Fortune. Throwing some ghouls into, I think it was 10 points of province defense. Not too bad. It says 1 province. Found an enemy temple and raised it. Next up, Grey Forest. This was some wolves this time. We just about managed to get on the commander there, and they were out before we do. So not too bad either. 2 for 2 so far on remote spells. Lastly, Iron Peaks. These provinces we've taken are really nice as well. They have a bunch of gem sites. Unfortunately, we are not successful taking the last of them. So those are the 3 provinces adjacent to the fort. We remote ritualed. So 2 out of 3, not bad. Didn't quite get Iron Peaks. Then there were 2 battles. We attacked into our little forest in the north. Taking back the rest of our, well, the last of our raided territory from Agartha. Again, no real problems here. All good stuff. And then finally the big one. We attacked into Oak Beach. He was not patrolling with anything either. And I don't think, based on what I can see, I don't think he moved that army out of the fort either. So I think we have trapped an army in the fort. So, we'll be storming next turn. And fingers crossed we can beat whatever's inside. I don't feel amazingly confident, I'll be honest. There was Oak Beach. Events then, Night Marsh. Wolven Winter hit. I think this was an actual random event though, I'm not sure. Scantrast. Strange kind of purple and poisonous mushroom seems to thrive in the province. Death plus 3 gold minus 119. I don't think I've ever seen that event before. And in New Spring we lost some Dominion. An omen was seen that spoke of the decline of the community centre bulletin board. Yeah. So yeah, this turn Earthblood Deepwell went up. This is kind of annoying because the next global I wanted to cast, which we're quite close to now, Enchantment 6 would give us access to Riches from Beneath, which I think would be really nice for us, because we could do with a little bump in income. And we got gifted a bunch of Earth Gems from Arvoni, so we're currently on 72 Earth Gems, so we could cast that with our god. Yeah, it only requires Earth 5, which we have. But if Agartha is generating at least, well, probably far more than 20 Earth Gems per turn, he'd probably easily steal it from us. And we'd blow all our Earth Gems for nothing. So I'm not sure if we risk putting it up or not. But we're always kind of hurting on gold, because we want to recruit a lot of stuff out of our cap. So I think it'd really help us. And the provinces we just took with remote spells, one has a Cypress Forest, Nature and an Air Gem, Forest of Truffles, Nature and an Earth Gem. Mines of Misfortune has an Earthblood Seepage for 2 more Earth Gems, and a Shambler Reef as well, if we really want to recruit some Shamblers. So those are nice provinces, and there's the fort under siege. Scouting report on Palmania is significantly lower. I don't think he moved anything out either. Maybe it was just inaccurate last time when it looked huge, which means maybe this one was inaccurate last time when it looked small. Maybe there's a giant army in here, I don't know. But I'll look at that in a moment. Orders this turn. We've got a lot of recruitment orders that are just kind of going through now. I started getting our first Black Witch to hopefully get some Earth. It's going to take 4 turns to get it. I started that last turn, and of course the Jotun Skrate is on its way as well. And this turn there's just like, I think 2 mages getting recruited. And I started a Niflheim plus 5 more giants. Big movements really are just, since this looks kind of small now, I'm going to move everything to Ironport. We'll start summoning allies out of this fort again. And we can move quite a lot of stuff here. I wouldn't feel too awful about defending this province if we have to. We have quite a lot of ice giants, a couple of demons, and we'll start making more. Lots of spellcasters. Maybe that can defend against this? I don't know. There are like at least 20 or 30 mages lurking somewhere in this region, so shouldn't be too cocky, but we'll put some stuff in Ironport. I'm going to park these handful of troops in this fort forever. Barmy's getting some new blood hunters set up. I'm summoning some spirits of the forest in Duvan to patrol one day if we ever start blood hunting here. I think it might be nice if TNN's starting to wrap up a war. Maybe Agartha can talk TNN into attacking me in the back. Having a bunch of spirit-sighted patrollers here might be quite useful. So I'll get it set up now, even if it's not for patrolling down Unrest exactly. Another little movements, we cast, what is it, Revenant? Summon this guy with the Create Revenant spell. He's a 6 research Death 1 mage. So technically you can use that spell instead of forging Death boosters. Forging Death research boosters. Since this gives you 6 research for not too many gems. But he's just going to head over to Renthal. He'll put up a lab here one day, and then he'll sit here reanimating forever, I think. I think that's it for little movements in this region. Rituals this turn, I'm going to hit Good Old Woods here with wolves. And I'm going to hit Ultima Delica and Ashington again with ghouls. We'll see if we can take those again. And then starting next turn, we'll start doing allies again in Ironport, so I'll probably stop doing remote rituals for a bit. And that just leaves Oak Beach. I'm storming this turn. The script hasn't changed much. I've repositioned units very slightly, but that's about it. The tricky part is trying to get the Astral Casters to actually body ethereal the giants and things. Especially in a forward storm, since I want to have a lot of ethereal units. I've got the Astral guys on a script that's basically just spamming body ethereal for 3 turns now. I'd like to have as many ethereal units as possible. I've got 6 Horde of Skeletons casters. I've still got the Agony Communions because I still want to try it out. Maybe it's a mistake and I should just do lots of skeletons, but I'm also never sure if I should have things on hold and attack or just attack. Because I'd like to get buffs up. But I also don't want to get clogged up in the gate, you know? I could put like 1 squad of wolves right in the front on just attack immediately so that they get straight through the gate. I just feel a little bit awkward about not having a couple of tons of buffs on my units. Compromise and put them right in front and then do hold and attack so that they at least hit the front. I'm not sure. Fort storms are tricky, because I feel like a lot of these units are just going to get stuck behind the gate. I'm not sure what to do. Do I just do attack or do I buff first? As it stands, everyone's on hold and attack. The slow units are just on attack. So the Ice Ellies and the Draugr are just on attack. And the Rimvet are on hold and attack, but they're out in front. I'll put them a bit further forward. Let's compromise and do 1 instead of 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not completely sure what I should be doing with positioning for Fort Storms. Because I imagine there's quite a powerful army in here. With lots of magic. I'm a bit nervous. We will have Howl going up on turn 1, I suppose. And then we'll have anti-magic going up, hopefully, as well. Let's stick some wolves in the front. Screw it. Let's try pushing wolves straight through the gate. And we'll put the Rimvetti on. No, they keep me on hold. I'd like the giants to get out. We'll see how that goes. Script is very similar to the last couple of turns, though. There's some protection from fire going down from the... Well, fire resistance is going down from the Jarls. few poison wards, mostly hordes of skeletons, and agony communion. That's about it. So these guys are gonna storm fort. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. A bit nervous. I have a feeling it's gonna go badly, but you know, I'll give it a shot. And I think that's it for this turn. I think we could be forging. We're at 3 now, right? Yeah, we're only at 3. It'll be 2 turns. We can start putting everyone back on research when we get to Ironport. I don't think I'm doing anything else. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So that was 10:45. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. Big turn this turn. Lots and lots of battles. Bunch of stuff happening. 2 globals went up. Agartha put up another global. This was Dark Skies. Not a nice one to see. Massively reduces morale in their Dominion. And Abyssia put up Eternal Pyre, which is a fire gem generating global. There we are. We also did some remote spells, and Agartha did a bunch as well. I'll look at those in a minute. I think it's best to just look at the map, I think, and show off all these, because you can just see which ones were successful and which weren't. Most importantly, though, there were 2 battles at Oak Beach, so let's watch those first. First up, there was Agartha breaking siege with his national hero, I believe. I wonder if he's run out of nature mages, or maybe this is the only guy he has that can do foul vapors. Because that's what he does, he casts foul vapors. Unfortunately, we had the squad of wolves right out in front just on attack immediately. So he ends up dying immediately. And that's the end of that. But not too bad. That was the first battle at Oak Beach. We got Thistle Mace and some Boots of Quickness, killed his hero, and it cost us 4 Rimvetti. So there we go. And then there was the main event. We stormed the fortress. So, how much was left in here? Not too much. Not hugely threatening. Quite a few mages, quite a few great arms as well. Oh, colours. Well, wolves do get in immediately. Not sure how useful it was in that instance. I think maybe I need like a squad of giants also going through immediately. I think the wolves are maybe too fast, because they get through, but I need to like have this area, I think. We also just cast Agony then, so I was interested in what effect it would have. Apparently the mage cast Agony on this Earth Elemental, and then it mostly hit my troops. So a lot of like these Rimvetti here are Agonies. They have goes down to 6 morale. And because you'll notice we're also fighting under Dark Skies at the moment, so we had quite low morale to begin with. So the Agony, I didn't even realize Agony would hit my own troops, if I'm being honest. I didn't think to check that. There was another Agony then that just hit those guys a bit better. At this point, our initial squad of wolves have all died. And all of our Shadow Fiend guys also died, unfortunately. They fought for quite a while though, they took quite a few Mind Blasts, I think. But ultimately we get stuck in the gate as usual. I think I definitely need some giants in the front to go through first. I'm building up quite a bit of undead behind all these guys as well, which isn't hugely useful. Alright, speed it up a little bit. Looks like the Olms have run out of ammo. Eventually we make it in. We killed most of the troops. But in the end it goes our way. Wasn't too bad. So that was the battle at the fortress in Oak Beach. Captured the fortress, raised the temple, found a coral blade, thistle mace again, and a moonvine bracelet. That's really nice. That's 2 nature boosters. And we lost everything. We didn't lose any mages, which is good. We did lose all of the Fiends of Darkness and 9 Jotun Wolves. And 2 of our Draugs. But other than that, 18 Rimvetter as well. Not too bad overall. Yeah. I'm quite pleased with that. A couple of other battles then. Most of these are just, they're either rituals or they're taking provinces back. So I'm just going to look at the map instead. At the end of last turn, after I'd finished recording and I was going through editing the video, I had this worry that what if he like rituals all of the provinces around this fort, which is exactly what he ended up doing. And so to protect against that a bit, I moved these guys into Algold. They're currently searching now. So they were originally in my cap, I think, or I think maybe the Astral Mage had just been recruited in Barmy. Something like that. But I moved them here just to defend in Algold, and I put the province defense up to 11 as well. That was just to make sure I had a retreat route if this battle went wrong. And I think that was his plan. I think he hoped that putting up Dark Skies would get me to rout, and then he'd cut off all my retreat routes and kill my army. But we managed to... It turns out that I didn't actually need these units in Algold though, because Algold was one of the ones that actually bounced up the province defense. So there we go. I'm not sure if it would have even worked now that I think about it. No, it must have done, right? Because it's... I'm not sure. I'll double check how that works, but that was the plan here anyway, and we did manage to hold it, and we managed to win the actual battle quite easily anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, you can see all the cross swords where all the battles were that happened this turn. He either attacked into or ritualed quite a lot of these provinces. And we weren't hugely successful with our own rituals. We bounced off good old woods. We did take Cloudcap though, and that's about it. Everything else got taken back. So all of these other battles are just us losing territory basically. There's nothing else other than that. He has a lot of provinces that have magic sites in. I think he's done a lot of site searching. Let's see, I don't think there was any other battles that are worth watching. I'm trying to think. I'll just quickly go off. There's ones that do have real armies in. So Mines of Fortune has Magma Children and Released Ones and Fallbearers and stuff. The army currently in Ashington is just mundane units though. 2 mages, but other than that it's... Well, they're mundane, but they're sacred units, right? So... not completely trivial. But that's just so you know what's in these provinces. So this is just a couple of whites. This is Magma Children and Fallbearers. And this is Sacreds. But the Great Arms seem to still be in Palmania, so I'm not sure about that. Events then. An unexpected event in Cloudcap Spires. This is the province we just took with a ritual. So we triggered some kind of event off the Mist-Covered Highlands, maybe? And it gave us a Horror Helmet and 3 Urgems. So that's quite funny. I like to think that this event would have gone to him if we hadn't just snagged the province. So we've stolen a Horror Helmet and 3 Urgems from him. Another event in Small Sea, we got another bunch of gems and some trivial items as well. Staff of Flame Focus and a handful of full of acorns. And in Pania, some unrest. We were discovered in Iron Peaks and Marvoni. So we lost 2 of our scouts, unfortunately. That's not great. We don't really have many scouts. And that's it. So this turn things are relatively simple. I've changed research priorities again slightly. We're doing a lot of research now, so I'm just going to try and quickly grab some early stuff. We'll finish off Construction 4, get a little bit of enchantment. You know what else would be funny to cast an enchantment is the boat. I'm not sure how useful it would be, but it would be funny. And we could get it out quite easily, it's only 60 water gems. We'll get enchantment 7 soon. Soon in terms of order, not very soon in terms of our actual research output, but yeah. Still waiting to recruit the witch in Tiny Willow. I'm sure I tried to move this mage last turn, but she didn't move. I'm not sure what happened there. But I wanted to move her to my cap to cure her disease, because her afflictions aren't actually that bad. And she'd be a useful Vengeance of the Dead caster if we ever hit Construction 6 one day. Yeah, so I'm just trying to cure her disease in my cap. We do have 2 nature boosters now, so any N2 mage can cure disease. There are... Oh, that's true. I could actually just move her there now, couldn't I? Yeah, so I'll move her there to cure disease instead. We summoned some woodland spirits this turn, didn't we? They just look like this. They're home 6, so you can't really take them out of the province, but they've got spirit sight and they're, I don't know, they're decent patrollers, I suppose. Where'd you see patrol strength? Yeah, current patroller strength 1.2. It's fine. They're just going to sit there and help patrol with some wolves. I think spirit sight will help with patrolling out stealthy glamoured units. I might be wrong, I'm just assuming. But there we go. We finally got our Jotun Scratty. He's water 3 blood 2, unfortunately. Blood 3 will be interesting because if we ever want to cast Illwinter, we'd only need 2 blood boosters and a water booster. With water 3 blood 2, we need no water boosters, but we need 3 blood boosters. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, getting blood empowered is really easy, but yeah, if you want to do Illwinter, then why not? For now, he's just going to go underwater. He's going to do Voice of TM out on these provinces. And maybe one day he'll summon a Bishop Fish. He'll do some forging as well once we can forge some water boosters. It's just his job for now. And up here, I'm not moving any units just yet. I'm going to have a bunch of people in Oak Beach patrol. So these guys just doing some patrolling for now. We'll patrol the province. I'm getting up domes. So I'm getting Forest Dome and Dome of Water, whatever it's called. Doing that. Frost Dome. We'll have Forest Dome and Frost Dome over this province. Doing some more summoning as well, getting like 2 rounds of Drauga, some Rimveta, a couple of wolves and they're in there somewhere, I think. Yeah, so we're doing lots of summons in Oak Beach, but for now I'm just going to sit here. Dark Skies makes it kind of hard to push in to Agartha's territory. This only takes 50 Ur gems, wow. Yeah, so currently in Oak Beach it's 5 dot candles, which means our army's morale isn't too bad. The giants are okay. The Gauges and things like that are not quite as good. This one's down to 7 morale. We have a lot of units that either have high morale, which is the giants, or undead, like the Drauga. Oh, you're not mindless though. That's still very good morale. Or they're like the wolves and they have really high morale and go berserk. So our armies are actually quite resistant to morale loss. Another Rimveta, 9. Exception of the Rimveta. But everything else is really quite resistant to the morale loss, except for the mages. I'm not sure if that's a problem or not. But either way, I don't want to push into any more dot candles. 10 dot candles is just unworkable, I think, no matter what. So I'm going to be defending these 3 provinces. I'll just do some patrolling and some defense for a turn, and then we'll try and take back some of this territory, maybe. And while I'm doing that, I'm getting infrastructure up in Renthil, so I'm getting the lab and the temple. I definitely want to put temples everywhere now to try and push my dominion out as hard as possible. And I'm going to move the stat currently in Ironport onto Polmania. So we'll see how this goes. This is nowhere near as big as the other army, but it doesn't look like there's much in here now. And I did check, but do these mages have gems on them? I don't think they have them. 1 earth gem, do you use that? No. There might be like 1 earth spell if that guy moves back. And there might be like... You've got no gems. You've got no gems. Alright, so if this stuff tries to move back into Polmania, none of those guys will have gems, really. So it's just the mages that are in Polmania now that might patrol. And they might do something. I don't know. We're going to move all this stuff onto Polmania. This is also 5 dot candles. But I've got my prophet in Oak Beach now preaching. I'm going to get a temple up here. We've got the throne here. My dominion is quite strong in this area with the exception of Polmania. So I'm hoping the morale doesn't hurt me too much. And again, a lot of these units are quite high morale anyway. So it might not be a huge problem. We'll try and hold these 2 forts and then maybe try and take this underwater province. And then we need to just bulk up our Dominion and then just very slowly try and push in, I guess. We had that lucky army wipe in Ironport, and then we just had another victory now, so we're killing stuff. I asked Katiz what the army graph looks like now, and apparently he still has about as many units as we do, but we have to assume that, first of all, a lot of those are going to be ghouls now, because he just did a shitload of rituals. And in general, his troops just aren't as good as ours, are they? This is where his god is, by the way, in Marverni. I don't know, I feel okay, it's just very, very hard to push into him. He's doing a lot of rituals each turn, and now he also has Dark Skies. It's just kind of tough. And I'm very vulnerable to being attacked from behind now. Because absolutely everything I have is just being pushed over to this side of the map. With that in mind, I would really like to start getting up summons in Tiny Willow and probably Bergamum. Or maybe on the Throne as well. Throne's going to be a good blood hunting site as well because it's got the Throne of Bureaucracy effect, so it's a 0 income province anyway. Might as well just kill all the population here, who cares? But yeah, but strengthening this border along this section is going to be really important before I get backstabbed, I think. We can project a little bit of force up here because it's by my cap, but not much. And we can't hold this throne yet. We need to bulk up troops in this region, and while we're doing that, we need to get underwater, I think. Get these provinces, have a bishop fish out to actually claim this throne, stuff like that. But yeah, we're very, very weak along every edge except this edge, and even over here it's tenuous because of Dark Skies now. And I'm assuming we're going to start getting hit by earth attacks soon as well, which is why I'm prioritizing getting these domes up quickly. I wish we could do like Astral Dome as well, but unfortunately, it needs Astral 4, which we don't have anything close to. I think that's it for this turn. Recruitment is just Niflheim, I think, because Niflheim. We paid for the Jarl, we're getting 5 more giants, and then it's just buildings going up in Renthal, so that's that. Anyway, that was turn 46. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next turn. Hello, welcome back. We got construction to 4. I'm doing a little bit of research now per month. I'm going to continue up to enchantment. We're doing a bit of forging this turn to make some use of that construction. Enchantment 6 will give us a few nice spells as well. We'll be able to do our own relief with the 2 nature boosters we just found, which is quite good. So if we're worried about Rigor Mortis, this will help a little bit. Riches from Beneath would be nice if we can safely do it. Grip of Winter will be useful as well. Lots of nice stuff in here. And we'll try and keep going. Level 7 we might be able to cast Gift of Health as well, which would be kind of useful. We'd only have to save up like 4 turns worth of nature gems. It's doable. Yeah. You can also try casting the boat. See how useful that is. We did the usual spells. We cast some domes as well. There's also a Dire Portent. This is Katiz putting up Well of Misery, which gives him death gems and gives the rest of the world income, which I'm not mad at. We can do with some income. A couple of battles then, we got hit by ghouls in Epernia and Cloudcap. Both of those were taken, unfortunately. I'll show them on the map in a second. Letrocytes didn't find any, caught some blood slaves. Battle in Polmania. We put this fort under siege. Nothing here. So he didn't patrol with anything. And he didn't move patrol any of those squads we could see on the map. And I can't see those squads anymore. They could be in the fort, or they could not be in the fort. Either way, province events aren't too much trouble. So we'll try storming this turn, see how it goes. Events, nothing good. Ironport got attacked by a barbarian horde, lost loads of population. That province has like 38 province defense though, so that's no problem. Darkwoods we lost a temple, that's really bad. Polmania, An ill omen was seen, so we just put this province under siege, and there's an ill omen. Not great. And in Femoria, we lost province income from a series of unfortunate events. Yeah, none of that sounds good, does it? Worldwide event, the sign of Nodens has been found. Wounds have miraculously healed all over the world. No idea what that means. I assume someone found some kind of magic site that's to do with the sign of Nodens. No idea. Got attacked by the Bobs, they bounced off all our province events. We patrolled out some scouts on this fort we just took back. And we also patrolled out False Prophet. I remember getting this event really early on at the beginning of the game. And I remember saying something like, we got this on a fort, so it'll be easy to patrol out. It's in a fort though, which isn't too bad, because we should be able to easily patrol that out someday. But for now it's just a bit annoying. I guess that did prove true eventually. Palmania's open, got some afflictions, some patrolling. And one of our priests is now heroically obese. So there you go. Yeah. So this turn, only a couple of arrows. I'll just quickly go through the movements. Movements are moving one army to Epernia to try and take that back. Just some Goaty Huskarls. Moving some stuff into Kingston to take that back. A couple of Nifl giants, some skeletons. And that should be fine. We'll try and lock down this area. Darkwoods is where we just got that event, where we lost the temple. So this red arrow is a priest heading to Darkwoods to put up a temple one day. And over in Palmania we are storming the castle. Army just looks like this. You got all the giants at the front. I checked the replay when we put this fort under siege, and we managed to bless all but one of the giants that I could see. So 2 Nifl Jarls positioned just in front seems just about enough to bless everyone, so that's good. Besides the giants, we've got 5 whites, a couple of Goaty Huskarls on the sides, some Fiends of Darkness, and a lot of hordes of skeleton spammers. Crypts are still just mostly horde of skeletons with some buffs in between. You've got 1 Howl caster, and I think that's the only special. Oh no, we've got a Blood caster doing imps, and we've got some nature mages doing poison wards as well. I don't know if this is going to be useful or not, but why not? We've seen Foul Vapors a couple of times. It doesn't seem good enough to overpower the regen bless of the giants, but it might hurt the Goaty Huskarls. So we'll storm the fort and see how it goes. I can't see any of the special units over here anymore, but they could have moved anywhere. So there might be some stuff in here, there might not. But we do have 30 giants. And quite a lot of other good units. So fingers crossed it goes well. And we'll see what happens next turn. And that's it really for movements. Lots of other little things going off though. First up, buildings. I'm getting a temple down in the fort we just took back in Oak Beach. So someone here is building a temple. Can't see it off the top of my... there it is. So we're building a temple in Oak Beach, and we're also getting a temple down underwater in Small Sea as well. That's 2 temples this turn. We're not having much luck keeping temples up, are we? Still on Dom Strength 8, which is nice. Wasn't very nice losing another one though to an event. Doing some forging this turn as well. I've got a Gija over here forging a lucky coin. It's just a shield. This would be useful on a thug one day. It's a 0 encumbrance shield that gives you luck, which is nice if you've got regen. Also forging a lifelong protection. Well, that might be a bit more useful than the Fiends of Darkness, I'm not sure. This is a blood item that gives you constantly summons imps onto the battlefield. It's quite expensive though, but we've got plenty of blood slaves at the moment. We'll start forging a few of those. Have lots of contracts in our army. Sections in our army. We've got 1 guy forging a Robe of the Sea, which is a basic water booster. If we're going to keep summoning Rumveti, might as well have some of these anyway. And they'll be useful regardless to get up our blood magic. And I've also got an Air somewhere doing a Storm Spool. Yeah, you. Again, just for when we start making thugs, this gives you quite a lot of shock resistance. And also has a chance to shock people who hit you, so it's pretty nice for clearing out trash. And other than that, the thing I've been forging, I started last turn but I didn't mention it, is lots of alcohols. So, cheap research booster. We've got, what's that, 4 of these so far? I think I'm forging another 4 this turn as well. So it might help catch up on research a little bit. It's not an enormous thing, but it's something. That just leaves rituals. Got the guy in small C now. He's going to do voice of Tiamat every turn, I think, until we've done the C. This is just search for all elemental sites underwater. We only have 3 sea provinces, but we'll give it a shot. We've got plenty of water gems, might as well look for some sites. And I'm doing Cure Disease on the Gija over here in Devon, which I mentioned last turn. So Nifl Festival 2020 support group has been given the Thistle Mace, so she's curing disease on 3 mustache growing lessons. That should be fine. And then over in Oak Beach, I'm still doing some summons as well. Still doing Rimveti, Brood of Gorm, and awaiting Jotun Draugr. So that's it. We're really just going to try and take back this, hold this area, see how storming this fort goes, and after that we just kind of have to just push our Dominion out and take territory very slowly, I think. We're doing okay, but we are quite far behind on research. The global that Katir's just put up is what, enchantment 8 or something? Let's take a look. Oh, it's Conjuration. Weird. Yeah, Conjuration 8. Yeah, we're pretty far behind on research, aren't we? Katiz, of course, has the research boosting pretender who's been sat here for the whole game, I think. Probably boosting up a bunch of mage research. So he's going to be quite far ahead on research, I think, anyway. Does he have magic skills too? Yeah, looks like it. Anyway, that's it for this turn. You know what I haven't checked in a while is province defense. I think everything's on 10 now, though. Almania we just put under siege. Anything less than 10 is stuff that's just been taken back, and it's kind of hard to keep the province defense up. Oak Beach is currently 6, but we've got patrollers. Yeah. Alright, ending turn. So that was turn 47, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next turn.